Oh hi YouTube, it's J55555 with another cartoon cyborg Streamlapse. In this episode I'm animating the Amoeba boy. I'm actually coloring him, and right here I'm just deciding on the colors on what I'm gonna do. The idea I had on coloring him was I'd make him kind of green with orange hair and purple eyes, and keep the hair solid and keep the line art solid, and then have the colors be clear so you'd be able to see through them, and then have a little reflection in front. So to do this, I started by drawing the reflection, animation on the eye and animation on the nose, just to make that little reflection happen. And after that I colored the body and had it all put together on a symbol, excluding the hair and the reflection, which are going to remain solid, and then make the symbol alpha to like 50% so you can see through it. So the only things you can't see through are the line art and the hair. That's pretty much it. It's pretty simple coloring, so not much really else to say, except for I straight ahead animated the reflection in the eyes to keep it looking natural, and I'll answer some questions right now. Andrej Vilsek says, I like the Streamlapse a lot. One question, do you like your voice? I don't hate my voice, but I'm not impressed by it or anything. I'm trying to get better at voice acting, and I like voice acting on my own stuff because it's easier to do things without having to direct someone else. But I'm not in love with my voice. I know that it sounds stale and kind of monotone, but it is my voice and it's easy to direct it, so that's why I voice act most of my stuff. It's just easier. I get stuff done quicker that way. Jesperi Wirtanen says, have you ever tried any other animation software? If so, why do you prefer Flash? Recently on Lost Buds cartoon I tried Toon Boom Animate Pro, which is a badass program, and I will be using it in the future. I don't know if I've fully given up on Flash, but Flash has massive limitations to it. For instance, I like drawing at a 15% smoothing, and when I'm drawing at that smoothing, which is low smoothing, the file size per image becomes way bigger than if I were to draw at 40% smoothing. So one reason Toon Boom's cool is because it seems to have smaller files, and honestly I haven't tested that too much, but I did just make a minute-long animation in it without any problems, so take that for what it is. R. Wappin says, how do you do that cool trippy effect at the beginning of Plunger Dog 4, the one with all the colors? First I animate an entire sequence, and then I take that sequence and put it into a graphic symbol, and then I duplicate that graphic symbol and put it on a layer below the layer that I'm on and delay it by 1 or 2 frames, and repeat that over and over again. And you can change the tint of the frames after the alpha. You can really mess with it that way, so that's how I got the trippy effect there. Sir Ducty asks, are you still having issues with Flash, where the file gets so large and just shits itself? Yeah, and I'm normally too stubborn to compromise by changing my smoothing because I like the way lines look when they're at 15 smoothing. So a good way to re-smooth lines is by holding Control Shift and then hitting C, and that basically optimizes the lines to have less curves. It's called optimized curves. Although I don't like smooth lines, this dramatically reduces the file size. So when I'm having problems with Flash crashing, I'll do that to a few frames and move on. Or I'll just split up the finished animation and work on different files. But I'm heavily considering just moving on to Toon Boom because it just seems like a stabler program. Snake Eyes 244 asks, so is this another Plunger Dog or something new and different? This is another Plunger Dog, so that's why I'm spending so much time on it. I want it to be really good. But yeah, this is Plunger Dog. Whitey the Animator asks, where did you work in the studio you were at? I worked on Hollywood Boulevard. It was pretty interesting. Walking to my car every day was an adventure because I wasn't allowed to park on the studio lot, which sucked, but it was just a dangerous adventure. One time I had 3 homeless people ask me for money on the way to my car, which was not even a block away. And one time this homeless guy was trying to convince me to give him my shoes, even though he had shoes on. And I almost did, because he was scary. That's pretty much it. Please don't forget to ask me questions on this video in the comment section below. And if you're a musician, please send me your music. If you liked this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you know anyone who might be interested in watching this, please share. And if you want to know when I stream, make it over to twitter.com/JarrettRiley, JarrettRiley. My Tumblr is potsmokeler.tumblr.com, and my website is cartoonsibe.org. This is youtube.com/jpena5 signing off. Dickbutt.